Hi, this is the sixth part of my Syslog-ng tutorial. Last time we learned about Syslog-ng source definitions and how to check the Syslog-ng version. Today we learn about Syslog-ng destinations and the log path. At the end of the session we will also perform a quick syntax check. A destination definition is a collection of one or more destination drivers. It consists of two parts. It starts with the word destination, followed by an identifier for the destination, which we'll use later to refer to the given destination. After that, it lists the destination drivers with their parameters. Here is how the syntax looks like, and here is a simplified destination. You have already seen the file destination, but there are many more destination drivers available in Syslog-ng. Some of the more common destination drivers are the following. The file driver writes log messages to a file. The pipe, Unix stream, Unix datagram drivers write log messages to a pipe or socket. The network driver sends legacy RFC 3164 messages over the network. The syslog driver sends new RFC 5424 syslog messages over the network. The user TTY driver writes to the terminal of the logged-in user. Make sure that you use this carefully, as it can slow down Syslog-ng considerably. The program driver writes to a program's standard input. The HTTP driver sends log messages to HTTP, like Elasticsearch, Slack, Symologic, and quite a few others. The Python driver allows you to write your own destination driver in Python. For a complete list, see the Syslog-ng documentation. We have already seen the most basic Syslog-ng configuration elements, sources, destinations. So let me show you some additional elements. We will learn more about these in later tutorials. Options allow you to set global behavior of Syslog-ng. Many of these settings can be overridden in later parts of the configuration. For example, you do not have to configure each destination separately. Instead, you can set a common value in options and override it only at the destinations necessary. Macros are elements of a parsed log message. They can be used to reconstruct log messages. Templates are user-defined expressions for reformatting or restructuring log messages from macros and name value pairs. For example, adding time zone information or changing the JSON formatting. Filters are expressions for selecting or filtering log messages. Parsers separate a message into smaller parts with a separator. The resulting name value pairs can be used in templates. Rewrite is a set-like tool that modifies part of the message. This is not meant for falsifying messages, of course, but rather for use cases like anonymization to meet various compliance requirements. The log path connects various building blocks of Syslog-ng and thus defines the route of incoming log messages. It can contain sources, destinations, filters, flags, and other objects. It refers to various building blocks by their name, the identifier. Here you can see a log path, which simply connects a source to a destination without any further processing. Here you can see a minimal Syslog-ng configuration. It contains just a version declaration, a source, a destination, and the log path that connects the two, which connects the source with the destination. The next configuration is still quite simple, but already includes many of the typical configuration elements. We have seen it previously and learned about most of its elements. So The only configuration element we have not yet talked about it is the filter. Before finishing this part of my Syslog-ng tutorial, I want to introduce you to a Syslog-ng command line option. Using -s, you can check if your configuration is syntactically correct. As such, it can only detect syntax problems and not typos, which means your Syslog-ng configuration can still blow up on start if you, for example, misspelled a source name. Still, as a rule of thumb, no output for -s means no problem. Save one of the example configuration, then check how it works by combining -s with -f, the configuration file name. In a later part, we will check how you can use the -s option during a Syslog-ng version upgrade. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment on YouTube or reach out to me on Twitter or Mastodon.